What's up, people? I am back for another video. We are on another. I normally don't do these a week apart, but I found a cringe article within a day, so I figured why not do one for next week or this week. So I found another cringe Screen Rant article. So we are now on the 6th Screen Rant is gay. So basically, it's a whole fucking saga now. And I'm pretty much going to keep doing these. I'm going to probably try not to. I'll try to space them out too. But I mean, if I find something I feel like it's worth talking about, I'll talk about it. I mean, but anyway. Today, this article's from a week ago. But basically, the article is why Miles in Across the Spider-Verse proves he is Spider-Man. And basically, if you're like me, you don't think Miles is Spider-Man. I don't even think he's necessarily a knockoff. It's just I don't think he's Spider-Man. You're wrong. And apparently, basically, the argument is, oh, that's the point of Across the Spider-Verse, is that he's supposed to be a Spider-Man, and that's what he's supposed, like, in that we're like the Miguel, if you remember that scene I was talking about from the review, where he's saying, like, Miles isn't Spider-Man, and it's like, that's the point of the movie, but it's like, my point is, Miles did not make the name Spider-Man. You want to know? It's simple. Why Miles isn't Spider-Man? He didn't make the legacy. Peter did. Peter Parker, since his, inception in the 60s, he is why Spider-Man is Spider-Man. It's that simple. That's all it really is. He's the one who made the legacy. I mean, it's the same with Bruce Wayne. It's the same with, Clark Kent as Superman. It's like Steve Rogers as Iron Man. I mean, as Captain America. Tony Stark as Iron Man. It's like they're the ones who made the name. You can have somebody else in the suit, and anyone it can wear the mask. You know why that takes it away? Because then it's just any old schmuck can just be the character. You want to know why Flash? He's a household name, but why he's not up there with like your Spider-Mans, your Supermans, or your Batmans? Because the amount of people who've been the Flash. Because with the Flash, it's a bit different where it's, okay, that's a mantle. That's where mantles can lead you, though. Flash is good, but he's not a household name like that, like those names I just mentioned. Because those names I just mentioned, that particular character is what made it. Clark Kent is what made Superman. Going with Peter Parker, he's who made the legacy of Spider-Man throughout the years. It was Peter Parker. Like, even with other versions of Spike, there have been other Spiders. Even back in the animated series, there was other Spider-Men, but it was always Peter for me, because like I know it's gonna sound like a repeat point, but it kind of has. I have to. He is who made the legacy. He is who built that story, and all our Spider-Man stuff that we know comes from Peter. He is who made him a household name. He is who carries Spider-Man into the now. Not Miles. Miles, they never gave him his own name. Like, even at least with fucking Ben Reilly, they gave him his own name, like Scarlet Spider. Even to an extent with Spider-Gwen, at least there was some, or Ghost Spider, you can go either way. Like, never gave him his own name. He doesn't even get his own villains. Everything that Miles has is basically just not come from Peter. A lot of the Spider-Man villains that Miles fights are Peter's villains. Even like in one of the newer storylines, there's basically a character that's like she's pretty much the Black Cat. Even has like kind of whitish hair and wears like a black, somewhat sleek suit. Come on. Like, that's why I've just never liked the character. And then also just how much he's been shoved in everything now. It'd be one thing if it was just the Spider-Verse movies and that's it. Kind of like Spider-Gwen. At least Spider-Gwen, granted, she got annoying a little bit too. But at least they kind of kept her just within those movies. Miles, they're like shoving in everything. I mean, he's in the PS4 game. He's gonna be in the next one. He's getting his own solo movie, which it's just, and then they've been trying to make Miles the Black Peter. And that's what I feel like he has. Even like similar arcs. You know, it'd be one thing if you changed his character. Maybe Miles, you make him like a jock or something. That could actually be, if you want to make him different from Peter, that's how you do it. You don't make him just another somewhat geeky kid. Just, okay, he's kind of cool with tech. I think that's the only slight difference, but come on, man. It's, and the fact that Screenrant wants to argue it's like he's not. And just using, well, Across the Spider-Verse, which, good movie, but most people kind of just see those as their own fucking little side project. They don't look at them as official Spider. I personally don't. I'll be honest. They're Spider-Man movies, but not really. They're not, like, I kind of look at them as like, oh, they're their own little thing. So, like, I wouldn't really try to use that as like a hard source that Miles is Spider-Man. No, ultimately it's Peter. Peter is who built that legacy. And it's not all Miles' fault. I think it's a lot of it is the writing and how much they want to, like, really want him to be the Black Peter and take over. They want him, clearly. They clearly want him to be the one who surpasses Peter. It's just not happening. Even within the toys, they don't call him Spider-Man. They call him Miles. The fucking action figures, literally everything. In his comics, he's Miles, not Spider-Man. So it's like, let him just be Miles. Give him a different name. And also, stop shoving him down our throats. He doesn't need to be in every goddamn Spider-Man thing. Because it's like they really want to make Miles happen. And I think that's what's bothering me. It's more, and that's kind of why. I'll admit, when I first saw the character, I didn't necessarily hate him, but it's how much he's being shoved and just, now he has to be in everything, and we have to have him be, because they want him to take over the role of Spider-Man, but it just isn't going to happen because he's not Spider-Man. Peter is the one who went through, you know, what happened with Gwen Stacy, not Miles. Miles doesn't have his own version of a Gwen Stacy. He doesn't have his own, you know, story, like his own good villains. They're all like just Peter's villains. He doesn't have his own great stories. Even his own name. You could have given Miles, like, even just like Arachnakid. I've seen that around. Arachnakid. Something Spider. Like, you could have at least given him his own name. I've even seen people say basically just make him like a Robin to Peter. Like, have Peter just mainly be his mentor. But no, they don't want that because they see Peter as a threat to Miles. That's why I do kind of agree with people that why they do kind of down. I mean, I don't hate the Spider-Verse movies, but they do kind of downplay Peter in those. And that's because, yeah, they know Peter would over fucking shadow him. Because ultimately, he is who made the character. He is why we follow the character. His whole story, I mean, and the amount of characters he meets are his from the ground up. It's not like Spider-Man became a household name from the get-go. No, it took years of building and storytelling for Peter Parker. You didn't do that with Miles. You just like, I'm gonna repeat it again. You gave him basically just a lot of Peter's villains. You basically just kind of gave him similar arcs to Peter. Even now, he even has basically his own fucking black cat, and she's just black. It's so sad. And then you expect Miles to be a household name, but you don't give him his own characters. At least with Batman Beyond, right? When Terry became Batman, in the animated series, he had his own villains a lot of the time. Like, he didn't have, like, yeah, there were some villains that were kind of carry over Batman villains, but a lot of the newer villains that came in that show they're Terry's villains. He got his own stories. He wasn't just, okay, let's just give him, like, yeah, he did fight the Joker and I'm not saying he never fought a lot of Batman's villains, but he also fought his own villains. You know, I just think Marvel, if you want to make Miles, you should have just made him his own character. No, you didn't even need to make him Spider-Man or give him the name or even give him web powers. You could have just made a new black character. Maybe he has the name Miles Morales, but he's not a spider. Because all you did was just make a shittier Peter Parker to me. That's all he feels like to me. And that's why I'll never flock to him. I'll just, in my world, in my Spider-Man Miles doesn't exist. Really, none of these other spiders exist in general. To me, it's mainly just Peter, and then the characters, the supporting characters that are around. That is my Spider-Man, not this Miles character that's just being shoved everywhere. And the moment he gets a movie, it's gonna be even more. It's gonna get me even more annoying. So, but anyway, it's kind of all I wanted to say. I wanted to go in on this. If you think I'm wrong, Screenrant will fuck you. Because even the fucking toys, the fucking merch, they call Miles Morales Miles Morales. They do not call him Peter. So, I mean, they don't call him Spider-Man. Even in the fucking game, they're calling him Miles. So, just, and I'm pretty hyped for the new game. I'm just there's a part of me that's worried that they're gonna make Peter like either go back because they're doing the symbiote thing, and they're gonna have Miles beat him so they can have and there'll be a line where Peter says, "Oh, you can take me," because we gotta always prop up Miles, and I've always felt like that's a lazy way to prop up a new character in general. Oh, get a character that people actually like, and have them say a line like, "Oh, I like this one," because it's forced. You're basically trying to have us like the character. That's not how you pull up a character. If you want us to like a character, have them go up naturally. You didn't have fucking Bruce. Like, one of the reasons Batman Beyond worked, Bruce did not want Terry at first. He was pretty against it. But he had to really prove himself, like, okay, I'll take this kid. That's how you do it. I prefer that than just have, because I fear that they'll do something like that in the game. That there'll be a line where Peter will say, like, hey, you can take me, or, you could take my spot at some day, or something like that. Like, something like, so we could at least put in your head, this is their feature Spider-Man. They're gonna do some shit like that, and that's what I'm worried about. That's why I'm personally just over this character. It'd be one thing if he wasn't, in 50 million things, and they also didn't make him, 50 million characters in the comics. Because there's stories where he becomes, the Hulk, becomes Thor, and that's one of the worst comics, because literally, when he's Thor, they made the most, stereotypical, he even says, by Odin's fade. It was cringe. Just in general, Miles is just so shoved everywhere now. I'll admit, that is partially why I don't really like him. I initially was just I don't care for him as a spider. But yeah, over the years, is just how much he's in everything now. But anyway, I wanted to give my quick thoughts on that. If I find an article next week, maybe there'll be a 7th one. We'll see. I mean, there'll be a 7th one. I just don't know if it'll be next week. We'll see. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Starship Troopers 3. I'm like I said yesterday, I'm just hoping it's better than 2. Just be better than 2. It doesn't need to be the most incredible movie in the world. Or even as good as the first one. Just be better than 2. That's all I ask, because 2 is so bad. So just be better than that, and if you can just be a little bit entertaining. I mean, I saw read a little bit of the plot. Rico becomes a captain. I don't know if it's the same actor, but if they do bring him back, at least on paper, this could be better. But we'll see. Other than that, fuck Miles Morales is really all I gotta say about that. But as usual, I'll talk to y'all later. Fuck Miles Morales. Peace.